morning. You hear that rattle? I hate this thing. Not a fan of Jeeps. Not a fan at all. And I'm going to tell you why. The Jeep was something my wife has always wanted. She had two criterias. She had one, it had to be a four-door, and two, it had to be a stick shift. Okay, whatever. I went out, priced them. I was looking at them. They're expensive. And I'm like, I don't see why they're so expensive. I can't fathom it. So earlier this year, it was March, into March, beginning of April, sometime, this year. I was driving along, going down the road, just do, and I saw this Jeep on the side of the road. And I was like, whatever. And I kept driving. Then it had a for sale sign in it. And I drove past it, I don't know, 2 or 3 times over the course of 4 days. And then I noticed the gentleman took that paint marker and wrote on the windshield the price. Well, the price, I drove by it, I looked at it, and I was like, it's a fair price. It wasn't a deal, but it was a fair price for the Jeep. And I'm like, wonder what's wrong with it. So I stopped and looked at it. I really couldn't see anything wrong with it. I called some buddies of mine that I know have dealt with Jeeps and things like that in the past. I asked them what I should be looking for, so on and so forth. They told me. I went, looked at everything that everybody told me of what could be wrong with the Jeeps, and it wasn't wrong. It was perfect. I was like, huh. So the guy wasn't home, so I called the phone number. I was talking to him a little bit on the phone, and he was saying that he's really not a Jeep guy. He's selling it for his brother-in-law. And I'm like, all right. I said, well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a Jeep guy either. I could give 2 shits about them. And he kind of chuckled, and he goes, so why are you looking at it? I go, my wife's always wanted one. The price isn't terrible for it. So I'm just curious what's wrong with it, blah, blah, blah. And he was sitting there telling me and everything, and I'm like, well, it's got a new clutch in it. It's got new tires on it, new brakes. It did have a little antifreeze leak, a little coolant leak around the thermostat cover. Changed the gasket, coolant leak went away. I'm like, no big deal. I'm like, well, let me take it for a test drive. So I took it for a test drive. Everything worked perfectly as it should. It was tight. I mean, the steering was tight. The suspension was tight. There was, you get your average rattles. The thing is an 07. So it's an older Jeep. It does have some rust on it, but it's an 07 with 81,000 miles on it, and it's been in Michigan its whole life. I expect to have rust on it. I get it. But overall, the thing was a really good Jeep. I mean, for being a Jeep. But anyway, it was a very good vehicle. So I started talking to the guy a little bit. And finally, he's like, you know what? I can go as low as blah, blah, blah. Well, that piqued my interest. I'm like, okay. Let me think about it for a day. He goes, okay, no problem. So I went home and I got the wife. I'm like, hey, get in the truck, let's go for a ride. She goes, where are we going? I'm like, just get in the truck, let's go for a ride. So we drove down the road, and I stopped in front of the Jeep. She looked at it and she goes, what are we looking at this for? I go, does it meet your criteria? She goes, well, it is 4-door. She gets out of the truck, she walks over, and she goes, oh, it's a stick shift. I go, yeah. She goes, what's this for? I'm like, well, if you like it, I will buy it. I've already been talking to the guy. I've already test drove it. I already negotiated a price on it. If you like it, I'll buy it, and it'll be your anniversary gift. Oh, she fell in love with it. Okay, so we bought it. Did you know Jeep's insurance are kind of expensive? I didn't know that till we bought it. So yeah, that's a plus. At any rate, we bought it. It did come with the soft top, hoist for lifting the hard top off. It came with a sunscreen. It came with like all the bells and whistles. Now me, being the dumbass that I am, I was like, all right, well, I know we can accessorize this thing. So we started accessorizing it. After we bought it, I bought the metal tube doors because we're gonna have grandkids, and if we're driving around with the doors off, at least you can have the tube doors, keep the little turds in. And I bought a custom wheel cover for the back. This is Farming Biker on there. Let me show you that. I know some of you have probably seen it already, but there it is. That's the custom wheel cover. And I bought LED lights, the headlights put on it. I put the LED brake lights, turn signals, so on and so forth. The LED fog lights I put in it. Because, you know, you have to. And we really didn't drive the whole the thing very much this summer at all. With everything that's going on with the wife, with the surgeries and things like that, she couldn't drive the stick shift safely. And it kind of hurt her to lean over to shift. It hurt her abdomen. And I get it. We did take it a couple times to go get ice cream, things like that, some stupid stuff. But we really didn't drive it a whole lot this summer. Well, the issue with my truck popped up. It has to go in for warranty work. It doesn't go in till next week. I only have 2,000 miles left on my warranty, and then it's out, so I'm not going to be racking up miles on my truck. I told the wife, I'm like, I'll park the truck and I'll just drive the Jeep back and forth to the farm. That thing is the biggest piece of shit I've ever thought of in my entire life. The Jeep as a vehicle operates perfect, but my wife called me a little crybaby when I said this yesterday when I got home. She goes, how'd you like driving the Jeep? I'm like, I hated it. Well, why? I'm like, because I had to physically go out there this morning and start it to warm it up. I couldn't hit my remote, and it didn't have my heated seats. It doesn't have heated steering wheel, and it's a stick shift. Have you ever tried to drink and eat something in the morning driving to work, driving a stick shift? It doesn't work well. And I know there's going to be someone on here who's like, well, you just need to learn how to drive a clutch. I have this that is a clutch. We have this that is a clutch. There's a few things in here that are clutches. And I have a couple motorcycles that are clutches. I know how to operate a clutch. I'm not stupid about it. Might not be the best in the world, but I'm not stupid about clutches. So at any rate, back to the POS of a Jeep. I call it the piece of Jeep. I don't understand the infatuation with them. As a toy, they're great. I mean, it's a fun toy. But as a daily driver, that thing is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my entire life. It is noisy going down the road. The short wheelbase makes it terrible on snow and ice. It's drafty. It's just, it is not a good daily driver vehicle. And it never will be. I get it. As a toy, they're a blast. But as a daily driver, the thing sucks. I don't understand why they hold the value that they do. They are underpowered by a long shot. I mean, that thing, it has the 3.8 liter motor in it, and from what I understand, that's the big motor for that year. That thing is a pile of crap. I hate that motor. It is so underpowered, it's not even funny. I am not a fan of Jeeps. My wife, she is a fan. That will be the only Jeep that I will ever buy in my entire life. I will promise you that. Now, if the wife decides later down the road that she wants to trade this in and buy a new Jeep, that's fine. She can do it. But I'm not doing it. And what's the deal with the ducks? I mean, honestly, I've seen people driving around in their Jeeps with their entire dash loaded with ducks. I mean loaded. You get into an accident, you are getting hit in the face with a bunch of rubbers. Plain and simple. And the Jeep wave. Yeah, I don't do the Jeep wave. I am that dick driving down the road in a Jeep, and when people wave at me, I don't even wave back. In fact, I gave them the finger once or twice, just for fun. And I know a lot of people that have Jeeps, and they love them. And I love you guys for loving the Jeeps, but the Jeep's not my thing. I can't get into it. I probably never will get into it. And I even told the wife, I'm like, I think the only way I'm going to get into that Jeep and like it is if I take it to some off-road park and just whistle and diesel the thing. Then I'd probably like it. That would probably make for a good video. I don't think the wife would go for it though. Maybe. Nah, probably not. At any rate, I'm stuck driving that POS for at least a week. But whatever. And I noticed the gas gauge doesn't work right on that thing. Yesterday it was down to like a half a tank, and I was like, yeah, I'll stop into the gas station and fill it up. I put 7 gallons in it. I'm like, 7 gallons and it's full? That seems not right, but whatever. So I got in it, started it up, it went up to 3/4 of a tank. I was like, oh, well maybe it clicked off and I didn't. So I got out there, ran my card again, put the thing in the nozzle in the tank, went to hit it, it went click. I'm like, what the hell? Click. So then I pulled it out, squirted a little bit in there, and then it like started overflowing. So the tank is full. Just the gauge reads wrong. Whatever. Alright guys, I got crap to do here in the shop, so I'm gonna get working on that. I'm gonna set you guys down. We'll see if this video continues or not. I've been trying to figure out the best way to describe what it's like to drive one of these things, and I figured it out. It's like driving a go-kart. After driving a crew cab, 4-wheel drive, 3/4 ton diesel, driving this thing is like driving a go-kart.